Well, here we are, back at a familiar spot. Another not so cold night in Bucharest. And I'd like to address some questions that I have about my wonderful country, America. Now, it's extremely distressing to me that my country has been just a nightmare to me. Me as a black American, one of my last experiences in America was having my face pounded into the cement and beaten unconscious by Mendocino policemen. Now, this was my last experience before I left the United States. Was the reason why I left the United States, because honestly, I got sick of the cops just picking me up off the streets and beating me up for no reason. Now, I would like to address what America is doing abroad. They're at war at 3 fronts. Well, actually, I believe 4, because I believe they used HARP on Japan. I believe that was extremely unnatural. I believe it was an attack to destabilize Japan, because they owned America with $500 trillion in assets, which making their self-fulfilling prophecy come true. And what I mean by self-fulfilling prophecy is that Japan always said that they would win the war. They may have lost the battle, but they would win the war, meaning the financial war against the United States, and which they did. They bought the United States. They owned over $500 trillion in assets in the United States, and so the United States needs to get rid of the dollar because they've fooled everyone into taking it. And so now they have a huge deficit that they can't pay with fake money that they printed. And what better way to get rid of a dollar than to destabilize the most rich, one of the richest countries that owns America? And then the dollar goes away, and then here comes the Amero, the unification of Mexico, America, and Canada. Now, it's April 4th, 2011, and bombs are dropping. Radiation fills the sky from Japan. They're attacking Libya. And I'm homeless again on the streets, talking about what I believe the biggest problem on this earth is. It's my own country, the bullies. And me being an Afro-American, Olmec Indian descent, having a bloodline that was enslaved, killed, threatened, and beaten. You have more black men locked up in the United States and Texas than all the states combined. Why? Because they fear the black man. I don't know why, just me, you know. And when I think about how things really go in the United States and how things really are, and people just don't see anything, they don't want to see the truth, and the way my other so-called white friends would treat me and say, oh, you're over-exaggerating, it's not really like that. And I would say, man, you don't live my life. Don't judge me. You can't hide. You can hide who you are. I can't hide who I am. I'm a black Afro-American Indian that is actually related to the Ewings, which Dallas, you know, South Fork was a plantation. That's why I have my last name Ewing. And my grandmother was a in-house daughter of in-house slaves that were half white, half black. Breedlove and Lovejoy on both sides. She was the daughter of a Breedlove and a Lovejoy unification. And the Breedloves and Lovejoys were the counterparts for the Rothschilds, the Windsors, the plantation owners in the United States. And then you go back to my grandfather, who is Olmec American Indian. So within all this is my blood. And they've always hated me, and they've always treated me like a slave, because this is what they did to all of my descendants. So I'm here on the streets in Bucharest, again, because I came here thinking that maybe this country would be just a little bit more sympathetic to an Afro-American Indian, but not really. I'm a musician and an artist, and I got involved with, a government agent named Tom Boxer. He's a fake spy hacker, and they think he's a singer. Well, he likes to go to Russia and other countries and say, oh, I'm singing, but no, he does espionage. He got caught at the Russian border for this. Around the time my girlfriend came up missing. So that was about 3 years ago, or 2.5, around the time Michael Jackson died. And my stepfather is a Jackson. Grew up with Marvin Gaye in Detroit. So was it a coincidence? Or was it another plot by the Freemasons, Illuminati? I just call them Satan. So when you get into Tom Boxer working for Fashion TV, and the owner of Fashion TV is Nika Garu, Fashion TV Romania, and then when you get into Fashion TV, where was it started? It was started in Poland, in Eastern Europe, which is known for the female cartel. So when you get into not wanting to work with these people, and them actually thinking they have genuine talent that they can hide behind, and this genuine talent says, no, I don't want to work with you because you smuggle women and children for the government and everyone else, dude. And then you sell their bodies and organ parts in the black market and make lots of money. No, I don't want to work for you. So in order to send me a message, they took the love of my life. So this is typical. This is what they do. I mean, Niku is backed by the CIA. I met him in the Radisson right over there. He asked me to play at his club Mega Discoteca. And he was surrounded by like 3 CIA guys when I was DJing. And how did I know they were CIA? Well, come on. I mean, bad haircuts, fat, very, very badly Americanized, Nautica, bullshit dressed. They're easy to spot here. They stick out like a sore thumb. And there was Nika Garu, and I'm like, what are these 3 narcs doing around me? And I said, are they watching me or are they protecting him? So lo and behold, they're protecting him. So here is my own country that is in bed with one of the biggest smugglers of women and children, Nika Garu. And I met the pimp at the Radisson when I was so fortunate to work there for over a year, and I got to DJ for Masons wearing their aprons and Masonic necklaces and the private dinners and diplomats and all this bullshit, So I'm going to record this, and you can YouTube it. But unfortunately, my own country, the United States, is just a murderous bloodbath of sin. I mean, I have to say it because I'm from it. I mean, I've been to jail there. I've seen what the cops do to black men. I see what they do to Mexicans and Asians and minority people. They still just kill us. And we end up in ditches and nobody hears about it. I mean, did you hear about the 500, or what was it, 500 inmates that died during the hurricane in New Orleans? They killed 500 black men, and they said, oh, they just drowned. And their bodies got found, and no one said a thing. 500 black men. This is what Bush did. So this is the real America, and tomorrow I'm going to go to the French consulate and ask them for help to get the fuck out of this country. And then after this, hopefully I will be relocated somewhere where I can just grow vegetables, sing, make some music, and maybe find a nice wife and wait for the world to end. Because if America doesn't stop, that's exactly that I have about my wonderful country, America. Now, it's extremely distressing. Well, here we are. I'm back at a familiar spot. In America was having my face pounded into the cement and beaten unconscious by Mendocino policemen. Another not so cold night in Bucharest. And I'd like to address some questions to me that my country has been just a nightmare to me. Me as a black American, one of my last experiences